Well, thank y'all for coming, and great day to everybody. Today we're here to announce the City of Jackson's new initiative on LED lighting. It is an initiative that does a couple of things at the same time. The first thing is that it impacts the conversation that we've been having about sustainability. So how do we create a city that is sustainable? How do we create a city that uses energy efficiently? But then the other thing that it does is it saves money. We've been looking at ways on how do we save money, how do we create a situation where even though we have issues in the city with finances, we want to make sure we're doing the best job that we can to make sure that we're using your money in the best way. One of the things that we decided that we would do was launch a campaign that would see LED lighting outfitting city buildings. In phase one of that, we've seen community centers being outfitted as well as the central fire station. Our vision is to see this initiative phase out throughout the entire city, and eventually where we also have the opportunity to see our streets lit with LED lighting as it relates to how we light our streets with the lighting on the poles. So what that does is it provides a safer community for us. Everybody knows that light always brings refreshing. And so we want to make sure that we're able to provide that as well. MDE is one of our partners. MDA rather. We were able to receive a loan from MDA in order to get this campaign kicked off. And Johnson Controls is a group that's leading this effort for us. At this time, I'm going to get out of the way and ask the Interim Director for Public Works, Mr. Jerry Smash, to come and have words. And then after he has had an opportunity to address you all, we'll ask the representative, Mr. Brad Mason from Johnson Controls, to talk to you all a little bit about the program and to introduce those team members who worked alongside them to get this work done. So if you would, help me welcome Mr. Jerry Smash.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Mayor. As Mayor Yarber said, this is an increasingly important initiative, and the reason being, I think everybody's aware of some of the budgetary constraints that we've seen over the past several years, and it's critical for us to look within to do the best that we can with the resources we already have. Utility expenses, as I'm sure all of you can attest to, are not going away. They are here, and for us to be responsible as administrators of the City of Jackson, we have to make sure that we are using our dollars wisely. So this project will allow us to begin moving toward LED lighting. In the past, the city has done some other initiatives, but the timing, the cost effectiveness is right, and these projects typically will pay for themselves because of the savings you see in energy consumption. So that's why the move to this at this particular point in time. And the buildings were selected in conjunction with city staff, and Johnson Controls kind of looked through to see which facilities could most benefit from seeing a savings and then seeing the investment that we're making improving the lighting. This is something that you'll see, again, benefit the city budget for some time to come. Just like with your own homes, the move to LED from compact fluorescent is really the way to go. It has been cost prohibitive, but now it's become more affordable, and it makes more sense. Not only do you save in just general consumption, but also the heat impacts are not really there. So, you know, there are some critical things that you may not see or notice in terms of additional energy savings that you would have in going to LED. So again, it's something that thankfully the mayor is leading the charge to make sure that the City of Jackson continues down the path of improved technology, and we look forward to rolling out this project pretty quickly. We actually should have it completed by Christmas time. That is the goal, and the crews that are working on this are doing a really good job. It's allowed Johnson Controls to also bring to the table our equal business opportunity partners in conjunction to try to get this great and important work done. So with that, I am actually going to turn over the mic to Brad Mason.
Thank you. My name is Brad Mason, and I'm a local resident of Jackson, but also I work with Johnson Controls. And I just want to thank the mayor and his staff on what a great project this is. We're very excited to continue our energy efficiency partnership with the city of Jackson. I'd like to also point out our local partners here in Jackson, Fisk International Group. We have Multicon Electric, Incon Electric. And I'd also like to jump on what Mayor Yarber said about the MDA loan. That was really a big instigator in this program to enable this project to get low interest financing. But also the Energy Solutions program was an integral part of this. The city of Jackson is getting roughly $50,000 in rebate money for this project that Entergy Mississippi is giving for all the light bulbs. So it was a perfect storm of everybody coming together, working together. The one thing about this project is we all know that more efficient pays for itself. But the thing about these LED light bulbs is there is up to a 10-year warranty. So if any light bulb or anything goes wrong within 10 years, the city of Jackson will not have to pay a dime. So that is the operational side of this project that really is a great benefit to the city. So once again, I'd like to thank Mayor Yarber and his team, as well as the city council, for their support in this project. And this has been a very successful pilot, and we look forward to many more of them. So thank you.
Before I was about to bring up the police chief, well, to introduce the police chief rather, not necessarily bring him up, but I wanted to make sure y'all know we've been saying LED, right? So your police chief is here, Mr. Tillman, because they thought it was Law Enforcement Day. I said, well, no, Chief, you know, phase 2 of this includes the police department. So while you're here, you might as well come on and be a part of what we're doing. But unofficially, today is Law Enforcement Day for the Jackson Police Department. So when this is over, make sure y'all hug the chief's neck and wish him happy Law Enforcement Day. With that being said, it's my pleasure. Look, you know, the stuff that we bring, there's nothing that the administration can do if we don't have the support of the city council, all right? So we can bring stuff, and if they don't approve it, it doesn't happen. That's the way that this works. That's the way that our government works here in the city of Jackson, that the mayor is the beginning of it all, but he is not the end of it all. And the end of it all is with the say of 4 hands, or a majority of the hands that are present during that particular day going up on behalf of the initiative. And Councilman Charles Tillman is here, and anybody who knows his history as it relates to the city's finances, particularly with loans, he is not a fan of loans. And he critiques, he criticizes, he'll draw it out a long time, he'll even make you put it in committee before he makes a real decision on us taking out a loan. But this was one of those things where Mr. Tillman understood what the benefit was. He understood that it's a difference between taking out a loan that's going, and it's going to lose its value over time, versus you taking out a loan that over time the value and the impacts, it outweighs the amount of money that we'll spend taking this initial loan out. And so Mr. Tillman is here, and we want to thank him, and we want to ask if he will come up and have words prior to us concluding today's program. Mr. Tillman, if you will come and have words, y'all help me welcome Ward 5 Councilman Charles Tillman.
I was like Chief Vance, I did get it right. It's not Law Enforcement Day. So it's a good day. It's a good day in the city of Jackson to always make sure we think about what's the best for this city. And like the mayor said, we have to take out loans and a lot of other things to make sure the finances of this city take place. We always look for extra money, whether it's grant money, whatever. But as stewards of the taxpayers' money, we got to look at it very careful to make sure we're doing the right thing. Because the bottom line, you got to pay it back.
That's right.
Bottom line, we got to pay it back. And money is not as plentiful anywhere in the country. like it used to be. So therefore, we have to kind of tighten our belts a little bit and make sure whatever loans or whatever financial activities take place in this city, hopefully we are doing the right thing on your behalf. With that, thank you and continue to be good citizens of Jackson. And most of all, continue to support us. Not only saying hello, you all doing a good job, but you all have emails, you all have telephones, you all can count on us. You can always count on by calling. We have to have a listening ear. We don't know everything. A lot of things I take to the city council, somebody stopped me in the grocery store and mentioned it to me. That's important to me. That's important to the mayor. This is our city. This is your city. Let's go forward together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tillman. Finally, just in my closing remarks, family, listen. What we're doing here today is actually symbolic of what we've been saying and trying to do as it relates to this city for the last 2.5 years. And that is make us sustainable, make sure that we are a resilient city. What does that mean? It means that we've got to put an end to quick fixes. We have to make sure that we're looking 25 years down the line versus just what kind of impacts we can have simply right now. And these are investments. These are things that we have to make sure that we understand we're putting them in place, and some of us may not be here to see them. I won't be the mayor to see the fruition of the entire 20-year infrastructure plan, or I may not be here long enough to see certain things done. But what we want to be able to say is that we did the right thing while we was here to get it done, to make sure that we were providing that sustainability, to make sure that we were making this city a city that would outlast us. And so that's what this is symbolic of. We're saying that we're making a $500,000 investment in LED lighting, but what you heard was that there's a 10-year warranty where the city won't have to pay for any of this over the next 10 years. What you heard was that we'll be saving money by using these kinds of lighting. What you heard was that we'll see energy efficiency at its best for the first time in the city of Jackson. So this is what we wanted to be able to offer you. This is when we say that this is an investment, this is what we mean, and this is symbolic of it. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate you. We'll entertain any questions at this time from either media or from our citizens who are here with us. All right, hearing nothing, our hearts and minds are satisfied. Amen. Have a good day.
I know that.